A very pleasant good evening and welcome to another edition of TEZ Basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports. It is regional final time, and Northeastern Knights take on the Heritage Christian Eagles for a spot in next weekend's semi-state. Alongside Brian Bennett, I am Scott Beeman. So glad you could join us wherever you are, listening online and worldwide. You get a hold of us on Twitter. Is Scott on the air? We'd love to hear where you're listening from here tonight. Heritage Christian, they're led by Corey Jackson, head coach, 59-75 in his sixth year overall. Only his fourth year at Heritage Christian, 38-52 there with the Eagles. They're 15-9 this year, winners of sectional 43. They beat Speedway, a tough sectional. They beat Speedway and Cecina in that section. That's always tough to do. They are unranked, but ranked 14th in the computer rankings. They, of course, will face Northeastern, who are now 22-5 after this morning's win against Cloverdale. They are ranked number 4 in the state in 2A. They're ranked 5th in the state in the computer rankings, and probably the favorite here tonight, led by head coach Brent Ross, 130-61 his 8th year at the school, and bringing in Brian Bennett here tonight with about 6:50 to go before the tip. And your thoughts going into tonight's game?
Well, first of all, what an atmosphere. I think you look around tonight, and it feels like a home game for Northeastern. The band is here playing. You look across the way. As you're watching on the broadcast, you can see really probably about 90-95% full across the way. Northeastern fans even spilled over onto this side of the floor. So really a decided kind of home court advantage, I think, for the Knights tonight. That's the first thing that jumps out. Great atmosphere. Well, you're technically in the Elite 8 here in the 2A tournament, as Northeastern here as the AP number 4, the highest ranked team remaining. In fact, there's only 4 ranked teams remaining in the Final 8, and that would be number 13, Crawford County, who would likely be an opponent in the semi-state for the Knights should they prevail here tonight, and a couple of 17th ranked teams, Gary Roosevelt and Frankton. So the Final 4 could still be 4 ranked teams, but there are 4 unranked teams. Now, it's worth mentioning, Frankton number 4 in the computer rankings would be a higher-ranked computer rankings team. Take what you will from that. But I would venture to say that Northeastern might have the best player remaining now that Cooper Neese is gone. I would agree with that, absolutely. I mean, the performance that Tyler Smith put on this afternoon, we talked about it a lot during today's broadcast, but the fourth quarter, Tyler Smith was the best player on the floor, bar none.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, and we'll get you all things. We have to confess, though, that we'd love to tell you an awful lot about Heritage Christian, but not everybody puts their stats online like you're supposed to, and Heritage Christian does not. So we got their roster. We know who they are. And that's about it. So we'll do our very best to on-the-spot analysis is what we'll be doing.
This is one of those great things of tournament basketball. In the old days, people who followed Indiana high school basketball for a long time, you know that in the old days you had to win a regional, semi-state, and state final 3 consecutive Saturdays, 2 games apiece. We still kind of have that old school regional feel where you have to win 2 games in one day. And having coached in one of these before, I've had the opportunity to coach in an Elite 8 before, coach in a regional final. You just kind of roll the ball out and play. You spend all this week in prep work for that morning game. And so sort of as broadcasters, we're in the same boat tonight. We did a lot of homework thinking about Cloverdale. We kind of come in today saying, hey, we're just going to we're going to let the chips fall where they may, even in terms of our broadcast.
Well, the honest truth here is that my guess would be based on form. Just about everyone was predicting a Shenandoah opponent here tonight for whoever won Cloverdale or Northeastern, just because Shenandoah had been playing very, very well. And that's not what happened. Now, the good news when you're a Northeastern is you got 2 outstanding assistant coaches, former head coaches on your staff. And my bet would be one of those 2 were tasked with scouting Heritage Christian. The other one was tasked with scouting Shenandoah. So you had a game plan handy for your walkthrough this afternoon somewhere, wherever they were for their walkthrough this afternoon. Probably in a side gym here about an hour ago, my suspicion.
You know what? I wouldn't even surprise me if it was probably in a hotel conference room. I know that Northeastern stayed at a hotel in between games, so, knowing a lot of coaches, having kind of been through that process, a lot of times those best scouting reports were done in a hotel, even.
I want to tell you about New Vision Sports presents their 3rd annual Spring Break Basketball Super Clinic. It's Thursday, March 30th, 10 a.m. until 12 p.m. Boys and Girls Club, that's at 1717 South L Street in Richmond, Indiana. The price is $20 per kid. Registration at newvisionsports@gmail.com. Ages 8 to high school. You can pay the day of. You can learn about ball handling, footwork, defense, game shots. It's the Spring Break Basketball Super Clinic, Thursday, March 30th, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll probably have an anthem coming up. We'll talk to you about Northeastern and what they can expect. And we'll tell you about the other area teams that were in action today. We'll do that right after the break. It's TEC Basketball Regional Final Style on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. IU. Focused on you.
Summit Computers in Richmond is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware, service, support, and design services. They also provide web hosting, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and much, much more. Summit Computers, the official provider of RadioTroy.com.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank, a bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, Richmond Power & Light is advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. For more information on Richmond Power & Light, go to their website at rp-l.com. Richmond Power & Light. Together, we make powerful partners.
There's only one place to go on the web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelotto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. It's easy, it's convenient. Wetzelotto.com. It's clicking awesome.
The last time I was in for service at Best One, I let Roger know my brakes were squeaking. So they checked them out, and Roger told me it was just a little moisture. Not to worry, everything was fine. Well, that was just the reassurance I needed. I trust the team at Best One, just like I trust my own dad.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark. At Best One Tire and Service, we only fix what needs to be fixed. When your car or truck leaves our shop, the service you request will be done right. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
When it comes to coverage of high school, college, and professional sports in Richmond and Wayne County, Radio Troy Digital Sports is a game changer. Hi, this is Troy Derinkowski. We are now your one-stop website for the best sports coverage in the area. From the Red Devils to the Colts and the Hoosiers, we have you covered. Check out the daily sports page, player and coach interviews, play-by-play of high school and college athletics, and much, much more. Check it out every day on RadioTroy.com.
Maybe you haven't heard, but there's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers. You know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
And your starters for the Heritage Christian Eagles.
Back at Greenfield Central High School, you just had the national anthem performed by Northeastern Band. And it is
11, Andrew Williams.
regional final night.
13, Kyle Summers.
Here for the TEC. Northeastern will take on Heritage Christian. Starters being announced right now. And we'll get you starters here in just a second. I do want to mention, thanks to the Heritage Christian students right behind me, help me out with a couple of pronunciations. Major thanks to that. We're just about ready. You got starters, partner?
Absolutely, I do.
Here we go.
For Northeastern, it's going to be Tyler Smith and Caleb Mikesell at the guards, Nate Reynolds, Jordan Stoley, and Harrison Rice in the front court. For Heritage Christian, it's going to be Ben Gordon, Andrew Williams, Kyle Summers, Zach Muse, and Hayden, help me out with this one, the W name. Hayden Winya. Yeah, for the big 6'7" center.
Muse and Winya.
Yeah, Muse and Winya. So Winya is the big 6'7" center. Certainly, you look at Heritage Christian right now, starting lineup, size jumps out to you.
Yeah, size. As a matter of fact, I remember watching them. We watched about the first quarter of the second game this afternoon, and that's kind of what jumped out at me as well. No Freeman Brew starting.
Yeah, so a little different look. Starting Jordan Stoley did not start this morning. In fact, didn't really play all that much earlier today. So a little different look for Northeastern.
We are ready to go. Remember to get a hold of us on Twitter at Scott on the Air. Love to hear from you, and let's see if we can't get a good game this evening. Tip 1 by Heritage Christian. We'll get a zone to start out. We're going to figure out some names here as well. So Ben Gordon.
Not Ben Gordon, you play for the Bulls.
No, not that Ben Gordon, yes. Although an awesome name, it's easy to say. Gordon. He's got the ball in the wing. Thinks about it. Now, they're a relatively deliberate team, if I recall correctly.
50-38 winners this afternoon. A lot of people expected a big defensive struggle in Shenandoah. Dave McCullough does such a great job controlling tempo. Heritage Christian happy to play that style.
They're only giving up 47 points a game coming into this, and they're nearly a minute into the game before anybody's even taking a shot.
Northeastern in that 2-3 zone, really extending it. In fact, Heritage Christian, I don't think the ball's penetrated the three-point line yet.
They're playing that zone as Winya now floating out to the perimeter, trying to find some space. Summers, back to Williams. Winya. Although I suspect just trying to get to the semi-state, you'll take a 2-0 win. Nice bounce pass there is going inside. We'll get a foul on Nate Reynolds right out of the gate. So a minute and 18-second possession ends in a foul.
And if I go really, really common look against the 2-3 defense, hit the short corner, flash. Hit the short corner, flash. Let's see how Northeastern can handle that.
Inbound to Muse. Inside, it's Winya, and he'll get the bucket. Hayden Winya starts it out for Heritage Christian.
Nice job by Winya slipping that screen, really calming out of bounds play, throw the ball to the corner, kind of, working around the guy who took the ball out of bounds. Winya was able to set that screen, slip, duck in, and get a basket.
If I'm Corey Jackson at Heritage Christian, I'm trying to limit the transition ability of Tyler Smith, and a good way to do that is take a minute 18 off the clock.
Absolutely.
Smith.
Kind of a 3-2 or maybe in a 1-2-2 zone look, and interesting putting Winya up top on that.
Inside is Nate Reynolds off the glass. Can't get to go. Winya with the rebound. He'll hand it off to Andrew Williams. To Gordon. Back on an extended 2-3 now for skip pass to Gordon. Inside to Muse. Muse looking for help. Finds it. Cal Summers. Winya. Cross ice. Nice pass there from Ben Gordon. And the Zach Muse gets the bucket. It's 4-0 Heritage Christian.
Brent Ross already going to the bench. Freeman Bruce set to check in next dead ball.
Well, we saw that this morning, that how often Northeastern was caught just kind of ball watching. Three-pointer, Tyler Smith buries it. How much they were caught ball watching right out of the gate, we get that here. And a press here by Northeastern, try to speed up the game. Winya will take the short jumper. Can't get to go. Here comes Nate Reynolds.
That's what Northeastern wants. I think Heritage Christian easily could have pulled the ball out there and run some offense. Instead, Northeastern gets a transition opportunity, although Nate Reynolds misses that three.
Wide open look for Nate Reynolds here. You got to think he'd do better with that. Inside, and nobody paying attention. Ball watching again. Zach Muse with his second bucket. He got 4. It's 6-3 Eagles.
Interested to see how Stoley plays. Again, not a lot of minutes this afternoon. Gets the start here, though, tonight. Freshman, this is a big moment. That's a deep three.
Volleyball line, he buries it.
Well, Tyler Smith was the best player on the floor in the fourth quarter earlier today. Picked up right where he left off. 6 quick points for him.
Gordon. Williams, deep three for him. Off the iron. Muse with the rebound. Winya buries it.
Unorthodox left-handed shot, but effective on that.
Well, all the big guns have come out to play here as
Tyler
Smith is going to go from way downtown. And I get hung up in the... Apparently we're playing horse right here. Anything you can do, I can do better.
The great part is, of course, we have the webcast. You can see. So clearly you saw, we're not exaggerating. He took that from the paw. His foot was on the paw.
Somebody needs to tell him that it's not an MTV rock and jock.
Not the 4-point shot, right?
Not the 4-point shot. And you only know that's funny. It's not funny, but you only know that's even not funny if you're over 35, perhaps.
Hey, 34. Little 1-3-1 look from Northeastern right now.
Skip pass here to Winya.
Great ball movement.
3 in the corner, good. Kyle Summers. And it's 12-6. Eagles. Brew back to Jalen Hillard.
Hillard in the game for the first time. Did a great job defensively today against Cloverdale.
Stoley looking for help. Brew to Stoley. Jalen Hillard. Alex Reynolds getting his first action here tonight as well. Hillard thought about that, and they're not really doing anything with it as Tyler Smith is playing the big man role against that zone. Looking short corner, flashing. Three-pointer from Jalen Hillard, buries it.
Only averages 3 points a game. Nice when you get your average on the first shot you take in a regional championship ball game.
Jalen Hillard with a 3. Nothing but threes for Northeastern. 9 points on 3 threes. And that's going to happen when you see a couple of these playing zone.
Yeah.
Gordon. That's tipped. Free ball there. Williams will come away with it.
Tyler Smith,
they're going to get foul on Tyler Smith, and he got the reach first, and he's right. Gordon did grab his arms after he was reaching.
Tyler Smith's going to sit down for a moment, and back into the game is Caleb Mikesell. Again, Mikesell, we talked about the job that Northeastern's guards did defensively earlier today. Mikesell was fantastic on Cooper Neese.
He had 8 points as well, and an 8-point win. That's probably not a terrible coincidence. Nice bounce past Muse. Winya, three-pointer on the way. That one's
way off.
A little off. And then he overreaches there, and they've got numbers if Hillard wants to push, and he does.
Ooh.
And we'll get a three-pointer on the way. We'll get a foul first. Foul is on Winya.
Good call. Was a reach. One of those things, if that 3 goes down to your Brent Ross, you're kind of saying, come on, guys. Couldn't we have just skipped that little foul? Kind of a nickel dimer, to use those old Bill Raftery terms.
Joe Geiger comes in. 6'1" senior. They don't play as many as Northeastern does. Nobody really does.
No, absolutely not. In fact, Tyler Smith back in the game again. Dave Reynolds back in the game again.
And foul trouble is a problem this morning. That's a nice lead. Freeman Brew still can't get to go. He's about 0 for 4 today.
Yeah.
point-blank range. And for them to make a run all the way to Conseco, he's got to make that. There's no question about it. Inside, they tried that play again. This time Alex Reynolds paying attention, but that ball was coming in like a Roger Clemens fastball. A little too much gas on that one from Winya.
It's a first sub for Heritage Christian. This is Bennett Coster. He's in the game. 5'9" guard.
Joe
Second
Geiger.
sub. You're right. I just wanted to point out that someone named Bennett checked in, so I got a little excited.
Bennett Coster, a 5'9" sophomore, comes in. 12-9 Heritage Christian. We got a minute 36 to go here in the first quarter. Nice back cut there from Tyler Smith. He's going to get all the way to the rim. He'll get the foul. Doesn't get the bucket, but he gets the foul. And we'll see the foul's on. 32, that is Zach Muse.
You called a great back cut. That defense we talked about for Heritage Christian got a little extended there. We talk about that three-point line being a read line. The defense comes out past that three-point line. You got to be ready to back cut. Tyler Smith did it there. He's going to get a couple foul shots.
This is why I brought you along. High-level jargon.
Tyler Smith was what? In the fourth quarter, he was like 10 of 11 or something like that. 11 of 12.
11 of 12 in the fourth quarter this morning.
Misses his first one there, but gets the second. 7 points now for him. And he's keeping Northeastern in the game. Extending this pressure now from Northeastern.
Well, not is he keeping Northeastern in the game, he is the game. He's got all but 3 points.
Yeah.
Nice extra pass there. That's going to be off. Muse with the rebound. Head fake, another head fake. It's challenged at the rim, but he scores anyway. Zach Muse, he's got 6.
Smart play really by Tyler Smith not to foul on that. There you go. Reynolds steps in, trails, steps right into that three-pointer. And Reynolds, who had those quick 11 points in the first half against Cloverdale, gets on the board for the first time.
14-13. Heritage Christian. That should have been a steal. Instead, we're going to get a foul on Alex Reynolds. And that's a foul you can live with as a coach.
Hustle play. I mean, really made the right read, went for the ball. Absolutely.
Alex Reynolds picks up his first, team's third. And we'll get 23. Frankie Young. Gotta love somebody who wants to go by Frankie.
I do.
6'1" junior.
Yeah.
He doesn't look 6'1".
He doesn't.
We're a little farther away, though. Although I was listed as 6 foot in college, and that's, if I'm 6, the only way I'm 6 foot is I'm wearing platforms. Nice play there by Tyler Smith with a nice finish. And the first lead for Northeastern, a 15-14 lead. And the pressure getting to Heritage Christian, and another bucket for Tyler Smith, and he is asserting his will right out of the gate here in the evening game.
11 points already for him, and a near steal again by Evan Reynolds.
Announcing his present authority, I might just say.
I don't know why I said Evan Reynolds. I mean, of course, Alex Reynolds. Right?
I was just going to let that go, but...
As a coach, I never know anyone's first name. That's just the rule.
No,
you know names and numbers and stats, and I can tell you everything like that, but first names, just one of those things that are lost on me. I'll try to do better. All apologies to the Reynolds family.
Well, to be fair, there is 2 of them. So maybe Alex plus Nate together.
Equals 7.
Right. Inside, that's maybe a foul somewhere. Instead, it's a layup for Joe Geiger right at the buzzer, and it's a 1 points. Northeastern lead at the end of the first quarter. Another game of runs, particularly. Lots of threes, lots of entertainment. We'll have more. It's the second quarter coming up. It's TC Basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. It's not just about the quality work, it's also about customer service. It's about attention to details and making absolutely sure you are 100% satisfied. If that's the kind of experience you want in your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Give them a call at 966-0994.
Back at Greenfield Central High School, the Northeastern Knights lead Heritage Christian 17-16 after the first quarter. And I want to just say for the record that it was just coincidence that the Reynolds Plumbing ad came on after he messed up Alex Reynolds' name. That is just coincidence. I did not do that on purpose, although I wish I had. It would have been funnier.
My first broadcast in 10 years, and you're gonna point out every mistake I do make. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun on this regional Saturday, spending some time with you, and I know all of you watching at home. Hopefully we're somewhat entertaining. This game certainly has been in the first quarter. 1-point lead for the Knights.
Well, we know you're not tuning in to listen to our banter, so we try to get out of the way as often as we can. It's Jalen Hillard now. And the game's second quarter here. I'll change that on the scoreboard. Inside, there's the aforementioned Alex Reynolds.
Alex Reynolds has made about 3 really nice plays ever since I messed up his name, so there's a travel in the backcourt.
And now the pressure from Northeastern bothering Heritage Christian, much like they did Cloverdale this afternoon or this morning.
There's the Northeastern doing this job on that last possession, getting Tyler Smith in the middle of that zone, hitting him kind of that sweet spot behind Winya and letting him attack from there.
Well, you got to figure if that's what's going to happen. That's a nice counter by Coach Brent Ross. You're going to bring your 6'7" kid out to the perimeter. Let's take our guy and put him on the inside where there's no shot block. Smith now. All the way to the rim. Tries to get there. Gets a lot of contact. And ends up out on Brew. And will go the other way. 7:23 to go.
Smith lost his balance a little bit there. That's a similar play we talked about earlier today. Not a great job scouting there by Heritage Christian. Let him take that three-pointer. Do not give up the baseline drive. Fortunate there for the Eagles that Smith couldn't finish. That's about the only shot he hasn't finished here in the first half.
Well, the scouting there is that his shot takes so long to get out that you don't have to run out there. And deflection there.
Oh!
It was going to be a dunk, and Winya just said no, and he picks up second foul doing it.
A huge play. Tyler Smith now holding that back, holding his hip. Hard foul, clean foul.
No, there's nothing...
But sort of a silly foul if you're Winya. I mean, you've generally kind of the best player on the floor for Heritage Christian. Now you have 2 fouls. That's one where you made the mistake, live to fight another day. There's a lot of time left in this first half.
And the officials are going to give Tyler Smith a chance to walk it off. That's a tough kid right there. I told you. I don't think I mentioned him this morning, but in the Connersville or might have been Hagerstown, he separated his shoulder. You could see the bone protruding through his T-shirt, and he went and got it popped back into place and finished the game. So I doubt he's going to spend a whole lot of time with a bruised back. Not a terribly good-looking free throw there, though.
He's shaking off that wrist, too. He came down hard. He's kind of stretching the back, stretching the hip, but also you kind of worry about that right wrist. Did he maybe hit that on his way down?
Yeah, I wish if he did, he jammed it on the rim. I'd love to have that problem one time in my life. Second free throw, good. I'd love to injure myself trying to dunk.
Well, now, to be fair, you could probably injure yourself trying to dunk, just not at that level.
Yeah, it won't be the rim that does it. It'll be Muse. Williams, all the way to the rim. Here he's going to go right up against Harrison Rice. Muse with a nice offensive rebound. Looking for help, finds Williams. Inside, nice play there. Winya with the layup. He's got 7.
But 2 fouls.
20-18, and got to wonder how long they'll leave him in there in the second quarter with 2 fouls. Third foul using for the rest of the half for sure. Nice pass there, Harrison Rice, and he did travel. 3 seconds.
Yeah, 3 seconds. Yeah, I thought Rice may have traveled too, but they got 3 seconds.
Either way, it's a turnover, and they're going to bring Tyler Smith out, and the trainer all the way to the end of the bench is already up. And they're going to, if I'm Brent Ross, I'm going to look down at that trainer and go, do whatever Mr. Miyagi stuff you got to do. Get that kid good. More jokes than only 35-year-olds know, understand. Down the sideline is Williams. Bounce pass to Gordon. Gets chipped in the corner, finds Williams. Here's Rice now playing a little deeper in that zone. They back cut behind him a couple of times. Inside. Summers to Williams. Williams will take the 3 and buries it. Andrew Williams, his first points of the game, and Heritage Christian takes the lead back, 21-20. 5:59 to go.
Brent Ross not real happy with Nate Reynolds on that possession. Just wasn't quite going hard enough on those traps. When you don't have hands out, you're not really active, and you're a trapping defense, you're really not doing anything.
Reynolds, bad pass there from Hillard, and we're going to keep it with the green. Freeman Brew back in the game, as is Jordan Stoley.
So Coach Ross and Nate Reynolds having a discussion. You can see, Brent Ross saying, hands up. You got to be active. You got to have hands on the catch.
And that's, again, another downside to being a 6'5" kid at Northeastern. Because a lot of times you don't have to get there that fast when you're playing try.
Right.
Because you've got that kind of wingspan to really figure that out. With all due respect to try, by the way. Harrison Rice. Hillard. And he traveled.
I don't know if he did. That may have been. I think that the official may have anticipated that call there. I thought it was pretty good shot fake by Jalen Hillard.
And the official looks like Joe Klecko making that call. It's one of my things here. He does look a little bit like him. Maybe more like the cook, the Helskin guy. There you go. Turnover there. Knocked down Caleb Mikesell. He's going to get the foul called. Fouls on Geiger, his first, team's fourth.
Tyler Smith checking back in, and I would definitely describe that gait as ginger. That's the adjective, or I guess it was the adverb you would use to describe, the way he is running. So certainly bears watching. He was off to a great start.
He's walking like I walk every day, except I'm in my mid-40s. Smith leaves it off for Stoley. Stoley gets his first look at a three. Can't get that to go. Views with the rebound. Here comes the Eagles. They lead it by one.
Good trap there.
Good trap there. Good ball movement by the Eagles. Finds Geiger. Geiger inside of Muse. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound comes up to Tyler Smith. Now, Heritage Christian fans not happy as Brew and Muse got tangled up. Little Euro step from Tyler Smith. He gets in there, trying to get his own rebound. It'll be Brew that gets the rebound, and we're going to get a foul call on the Eagles, and the Eagle fans not happy. You can see in the foreground of your picture. Brian Bosworth's a better look for that guy.
That's a better Brian Bosworth, yeah. Northeastern fans coming to life with that foul call. Defensively right now, what stands out to me with Northeastern just aren't, they're showing trap, they're showing some 1-3-1. They're just not going hard enough on those traps, and they're not getting rotations on the backside to create any sort of trouble. That's going to cost. You had a better view of that maybe than I did. I kind of have a bar in my way. I thought it was a 3-point play.
Yeah, I didn't actually see the travel, but I just know that's what they called.
Yeah.
I can tell you who's not happy about it. You can see maybe on the background, in the background of the picture, Robert Smith, the older brother, graduate of last year, not happy with that call either, as you would expect. Ben Gordon might have got away with travel himself.
I think he did.
Nice shot fake there, and a score by Kyle Summers. 23-20 Eagles. Summers, now he's got 5. Anybody who thought that the Knights would come in and kind of roll through this evening game are now they're in for a fight.
You just don't get to this level of the tournament and not face quality teams. So I know, record-wise, Harris Christian 16-9 after today's win. They won 7 straight. You look at this team and they play a difficult schedule. If you look at the teams that they've faced, play a lot of solid teams, both Columbus schools.
Their last 4 losses were all to ranked teams.
Yeah.
Kinley, Broad Ripple, and Howe.
Yeah.
Marquette Catholic, one of their losses still in the tournament. Lebanon, a 3A school. Columbus East, a 4A school. Columbus North, a 4A school.
Yeah.
So, quality losses if there's such a thing.
They are tested.
A little trouble getting at it. Maybe a foul there by Harrison Rice. Gets away with it. Here comes Williams. They're going to get a foul on Caleb Mikesell.
The word I would just use to describe Northeastern's defense right now is tentative, just a little bit tentative. They're just kind of caught in between some of these traps, don't quite know whether they want to really go for a steal or not. Surprising after how well they played really in the first quarter of this game. I'm sure we'll get things straightened out.
Williams to trigger it. Inside, it's Geiger. Can't get to go. Rebound comes off to Freeman Brew. And that's what he can bring to this team. He might be missing those point-blank shots, but at least he can get rebounds. Straightaway 3 for Brew, and he missed that badly. And Williams will bring the ball up the floor. To Geiger. They'll find Gordon in the corner. Back to Geiger. Williams. Summers, and they're going to work it around the perimeter. They stole some minutes there with Winya with his 2 quick fouls. And there's a nice play there by Caleb Mikesell. He's trying to go try coast to coast, and he does.
How impressive has Caleb Mikesell been today defensively? I think you make a case he's been Northeastern's second best player throughout this regional tournament.
That's certainly a case that can be made right now, and Mikesell the nice steal there. We saw that this morning, too, as they're not afraid to try to go for that steal. Summers there gets trapped. That trap has been Williams with the shot fake and the 3.
Not a rhythm shot at all.
And Northeastern can't take the lead. Brew back to Hillard. We saw this morning with Tyler Smith on the bench, stealing minutes. Corner on the way. Nate Reynolds, no good.
Great look from Reynolds in rhythm. I thought that was good all the way.
2:22 to go to timeout on Heritage Christian's part. A 30-second timeout, 2:21 to go here in the second quarter. And they lead it 23-22 with TC Basketball, Radio Troy, Digital Sports.
There is one thing for sure in my life. I know nothing about fixing cars. That's why I take my vehicles to Beach Automotive at 110 East Main in Richmond. Their experts have the knowledge to service and repair even the most challenging auto problems. So if you have an automotive question, they have the answers at Beach Automotive, 110 East Main in Richmond. Or give them a call at 765-966-8181 or visit their website, beach-auto.com.
Back at Greenfield Central High School, 2:21 to go here in the second quarter, and the Knights trail Heritage Christian 23-22. They'll have the ball on the out of bounds here. They're pretty well played first half thus far. Turnovers maybe a little high for everybody's liking, but
certainly
shots are being made.
Certainly some nerves, but both teams are still in that feeling out process even now. I think you'll see some good adjustments, both ways. I think at the half.
And I want to say I read a story earlier today. Heritage Christian, I want to say last year was 4 and something.
Yeah.
3-pointer no good there. Harrison Rice with the rebound. Here comes Jalen Hillard. Nate Reynolds, he'll take the 3 from the corner. He can't get to go. And the streaky Reynolds unstreaked right now.
Ooh.
No, he did not. Official right there on the call.
That's a very athletic move to not travel. In fact, I'm pained seeing the way that he did the splits there and still somehow kept his pivot foot.
The official is right there on top of it, looking right at the foot. So, 3-pointer from Gordon from the wing. Buries it. Ben Gordon, his first points of the game.
Not a good rotation there of the 2-3 and a timeout by Brent Ross.
Timeout, Brent Ross. A 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. It's a 4-point lead for Heritage Christian. Minute 21 to go. It's TEC Basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
There's only one place to go on the web to find the best automotive deals. WetZalato.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. It's easy, it's convenient. WetZalato.com. It's clickin' awesome.
Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school, group, or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school, group, or nonprofit of your choice. And that's in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. You can call him at 969-3400. No candles or wrapping paper purchase required.
Thank you.
There we go, sorry.
A quick update from down at Southport, where Connorsville is playing in the regional finals tonight against Ben Davis. Right now, Ben Davis leads 17-10 midway through the second quarter at a standing room only Southport Fieldhouse.
17-10 Ben Davis. Ben Davis upsets North Central in the earlier game. North Central had a Mr. Basketball candidate, probably Mr. Basketball, Chris Wilkes, going to UCLA, I think, is he not?
He is. Certainly the favorite for Mr. Basketball.
Tyler Smith. I will tell you, he hangs in the air better than anybody else out there. Foul there on Bennett Coster. There's nobody better than leaving his feet. And by the way, better is for coaches, we hate that. But leaving his feet and still making a decision in the air.
You don't teach it. You beg not to have it happen. But
you're thankful when the kid can do it.
If you have a kid that can do it, you live with it.
Three-pointer for Jalen Hiller. That's right on line. Can't get it to go. Oh, maybe.
Oh!
Tyler Smith can't get that rebound to go. He gets his own rebound. Tries to get his own rebound. We're going to get a foul on somebody.
It's on Harris Christian.
And sportsmanship there for Tyler Smith, and Brian Bosworth tells us it is.
I think they got Summers.
Bennett Coster picks up his second.
Okay.
And that puts him in the bonus.
Yeah, Freeman Brew will go to the line. Northeastern really just the last 3 possessions they've had great looks. I mean, I thought Jalen Hillard was down, kind of bounced up. I thought he was going to get a lucky bounce. Tyler Smith's layup rolls off. You want to see the ball go to the basket. Nate Reynolds had those 2 good 3-point looks. Big 1-and-1 right now. We're trying to figure out who the shooter is.
It is Tyler Smith. They're trying to take him out of the game, and he's like, I'm the shooter. And we got some moisture on the floor. They want to thank Gary Brooks listening to the broadcast somewhere, wherever he is. He hashtags his tweets, wax on, wax off. Nice to see my jokes are being gotten by somebody. Gary Brooks is about 75 years old, though, so. First free throw, good.
Tyler Smith is laboring a little bit. I think, it was a very physical game earlier today. I think it's been physical, very physical, kind of in a different sense tonight. And he, of course, took that big spill on that dunk attempt. He's not feeling fresh.
Well, he gets his shooter's roll there.
We talked about that rim down there. It's soft. We've seen some kind of goofy bounces, especially on that rim that's on the far end. But it went Tyler's way on that attempt. There's a good trap.
There's a good trap there from Freeman Brew.
Now they let him out.
They give up the sideline, and Williams will try to outrun the defense there. Had the kick out to Bennett Coster and didn't take it. Coster back out. And Williams will reset.
I think Harris Christian's going to try to get the last shot of the quarter here.
32 seconds to go in that quarter. And Coster being pressured by Caleb Meixel. Back to Williams. And Heritage Christian, to their credit, has stolen lots of minutes with Winya with 2 fouls to the bench. Coster almost got away with the travel. In fact, did. And Reynolds, you can see that closeout. He's been talked at probably about his closing out ability, and you see that's a difference. Nice play there. And a better play from Freeman Brew will get a foul on Kyle Summers.
Huge play there. That looks like a layup. When that ball left who threw the pass? Williams to the pass. When the ball left Williams' hand, I thought that was a layup. We saw that a couple times in the first quarter. Great recovery by Freeman Brew to intercept that pass, draw a foul. He'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 and a chance for Northeastern to even this game up.
And Williams there talking to official Bosworth. We'll get the camera right. It's a good game. Allison sometimes gets caught watching the game. I've been admonished for mentioning that on the air. And we're going to get That's it. All right, I thought maybe we might get a foul there, which would have been. Heritage fans are unhappy. The guys at Stripes don't care. Nevertheless, they have a 2-point going into halftime. We'll take a break, come back with stats, scores, and more. It's TC Basketball, Regional Final Style on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
When it comes to coverage of high school, college, and professional sports in Richmond and Wayne County, Radio Troy Digital Sports is a game changer. Hi, this is Troy Derengowski. We are now your one-stop website for the best sports coverage in the area. From the Red Devils to the Colts and the Hoosiers, we have you covered. Check out the daily sports page, player and coach interviews, play-by-play of high school and college athletics, and much, much more. Check it out every day on RadioTroy.com.
Maybe you haven't heard, but there's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers. You know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. It's not just about the quality work, it's also about customer service. It's about attention to details and making absolutely sure you are 100% satisfied. If that's the kind of experience you want in your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Give them a call at 966-0994. There is one thing for sure in my life. I know nothing about fixing cars. That's why I take my vehicles to Beach Automotive at 110 East Main in Richmond. They're experts have the knowledge to service and repair even the most challenging auto problems. So if you have an automotive question, they have the answers at Beach Automotive, 110 East Main in Richmond. Or give them a call at 765-966-8181 or visit their website, beach-auto.com.
Hey, Chuck, where are you headed? Spinning's about to start.
I'm heading to CrossFit.
Isn't that for, like, the elite lifters or athletes only?
No. At FFW CrossFit, all workouts can and will be scaled to any ability level to welcome everyone.
Sounds great. I need to get out of the same old workout routine. I'm just not sure I can keep up. It seems pretty intense.
No real lifting experience is needed. FFW CrossFit teaches you everything you need to know and move at your own pace in a positive, motivating environment.
You know, I've always wanted to give it a try. I'll see you there.
Learn more at ffwcrossfit.com.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Hi, this is Troy Dargowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even a baked spaghetti, or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond. Are you looking for a quality used car you can trust to take you where you want to go? Stop at Tony's Car Sales at 250 National Road West. Tony's has a top-of-the-line selection of low-mileage, one-owner cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all handpicked by Mike and Adrian Parker. Tony's is family-owned with 3 generations and 60 years of experience. Check out their selection at Tony'sCarSales.com or at 250 National Road West. Tony's Car Sales, where honesty, quality, and price sell cars.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Whether it's a delicious breakfast, afternoon treat, or a midnight snack, everyone loves the taste of Square Donuts of Richmond. Enjoy our huge cinnamon rolls or any of the other crowd favorites, including maple bacon, strawberry cheesecake, Oreo cream, pumpkin spice, and many more. Of course, grab our award-winning glazed donuts, voted #1 in the entire state. Proud to be your home to the best donuts in town, and the only squares around, Square Donuts of Richmond. Halftime here at Greenfield Central High School, and the Northeastern Knights trailing Heritage Christian 26-24. I'll get you some stats. Surge be wrong statistics. Balanced scoring for Heritage Christian. They have 6 players that have scored, led by Hayden Wynja. He's got 7. Also 2 fouls. Zach Muse has 6. Kyle Summers with 5. Andrew Williams with 3. Ben Gordon with 3. Joe Geiger with 2 for their 26 points. For Northeastern, Tyler Smith with 14. Nate Reynolds with 3. Jalen Hiller with 3. Mikesville and Alex Jones, each with a bucket apiece. Score update from, what is that, Southport, right?
For you.
Ben Davis leading Connorsville 22-10 with 2:55 to go in the half. They're playing at the tempo Connorsville wants, just not to score. And it looks like perhaps maybe the dream might be a little over there for Connorsville.
Grant Smith, no points at this point in the game.
No points.
I think Grant Smith will have a say in it. I'm not saying Connorsville wins that game, but I think Grant Smith goes down swinging.
He has 2 points on free throws, no field goals.
Okay. Speaking of guys who are pretty good, and also a 4A regional, New Albany at the half, maybe the prime matchup in state tonight, New Albany versus Castle. New Albany defending state champs leads 33-32. Romeo Langford, heard of this kid, right? 22 points for the, I'm going to say it right now, one of the top 5 Indiana high school players of all time.
He is only a junior, and there is talk, he had a little injury bug earlier this year, but there was talk of him catching the scoring record. That may be hard to do. He might have to average about 30 a game next year.
He's averaging about 30 a game. He'd probably average about 40 a game next year and make a run to the state. So probably unrealistic for a good team player, which Romeo Langford is, but certainly he will wind up being one of the most decorated players in state history.
We saw a decorated player end his career this morning, Cooper Neese, who's in the top 10 all-time in scoring. And his career ended this morning at the hands of Northeastern, and he will end up at Butler. So we saw a really good player earlier in Cooper Neese and a really good player in Jalen Moore. And now I think we have a really good team here in Heritage Christian. None of their players really scare you, yet they're up 2.
I think I'm impressed with them. I mean, very well coached. They just don't make mistakes. I mean, travel here, travel there. They share the ball well. Very unselfish. I've been impressed. We didn't know a lot, kind of individual accolades, anything like that, but Heritage Christian has really played well in the first half.
New Vision Sports presents the 3rd annual Spring Break Basketball Super Clinic, Thursday, March 30th at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's at the Boys and Girls Club, 1717 South L Street in Richmond. Price is $20 a kid. Registration at newvisionsports@gmail.com. Ages 8 to high school. You can pay the day of. You'll learn ball handling, footwork, defense, game, shots. That's the Spring Break Basketball Super Clinic, Thursday, March 30th, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the third quarter. TEC Basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
Back at Greenfield Central High School, it's TEC Basketball Regional Final style on Radio Troy Digital Sports, and the Northeastern Knights trail it by 2 here at halftime. 26-24. And I want to welcome to the broadcast, there'll be Lily Colwell, who sends us a tweet. We appreciate you listening. She is not 35 and still got the Karate Kid jokes. I appreciate that. I'm really happy that anybody under 35, when I say Karate Kid, isn't thinking Jaden Smith.
Or Jalen Smith. We had,
is it Jaden?
It is Jaden Smith. But didn't we have the Jalen Smith reference earlier?
Yes, I
today?
said Jalen Smith earlier when I was talking about Jalen Moore. Yeah. And 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Jalen Hiller's played pretty well today. So we're just going to let that go. We're going to... Enough 80s references here tonight. We sure appreciate all the old folks that can afford Wi-Fi listening along because they're getting all my jokes, and I certainly appreciate it.
I should mention there's one regional score that we are efforting, but that is the Paoli Regional, South Knox taking on Crawford County. Why, Scott, is that such an important score to us?
The winner of this game would then take on the winner of South Knox and Crawford County.
Obviously, but I don't think there's any internet coverage south of I-70, so we don't have anything from there.
We're efforting. If you happen to be listening, and Winya with the dunk to start out. And a breakdown in defense to start out for Northeastern. They trail it by 4.
Yeah, Northeastern trap at 2-3. If you don't get on a trap, bad things happen. Tyler Smith has hands on the ball, come up with it. Harris Christian's able to wrestle it away and get a dunk to open the third quarter.
Kyle Summers gets the foul right there. Picks up his second of the game. And Jordan Stoley. Reynolds, 3 from the corner. That was right on line. It's a little long. Down comes up to Ben Gordon.
You really hope Reynolds can get it going. Northeastern needs a second guy to step up in scoring with Tyler Smith. Or maybe just Tyler Smith will take the ball half court like that.
It's the layup. And a foul on Harrison Rice. He got pushed a little bit. I kind of thought he got undercut a little bit by Williams. And he missed the layup.
And his brother on the sideline standing up saying, "Dunk the ball, brother, please."
Is he wearing a Space Jam
jersey?
He's wearing a Space Jam jersey. So, all right, fair play to Robert Smith for the Space Jam jersey.
I can appreciate it.
I appreciate it as well. Williams all the way to the rim. Off for Summers who gets fouled.
Thought maybe Summers shuffled his feet there. Not called. Definitely was fouled from behind then as he attempted the layup.
And the pressure defense from Northeastern is effective on the front end, but they're leaving some gaps on the back end, and Heritage Christian has done a nice job of exposing that. And Summers will go to the line for a couple of free throws.
Foul was Rice, his second.
Although, and I don't mean to quote Clark Kellogg, but spurtability is the mantra for Northeastern, and they're never out of it, really.
No, absolutely not.
And certainly not down 6. They were held to Cloverdale with a couple of Division I prospects and came back and won that game. 30-24 Heritage Christian.
This game certainly played a little different pace, though, so that 6-point deficit maybe feels a little bit larger, especially with Northeastern not shooting the ball well right now.
Reynolds can't get that one to go, and you got to think maybe the leg a little bit. As Heritage Christian getting out in transition. What looked to be a clean strip. Now it's on the other side of the body, but tough call there. His second foul, team's third of the half so far, and that pressure, full court pressure, is being dissected right now by the Eagles. Timeout, Brent Ross. Full timeout. We'll take one as well. 30-24, Heritage Christian leads this. 6:42 on the third quarter. It's TC Basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome. There's only one place to go on the web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. It's easy. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
Back at Greenfield High School, it is a 6-point deficit for the Northeastern Knights. They trail Heritage Christian 30-24, 6:42 to go in the third quarter here. And the back-end defense leaving a lot to be desired for the Knights.
Talk about it, defensively for Northeastern. Brent Ross not happy with it. First half, weren't going hard enough on the traps. And that last play just didn't get back. That was off a missed shot, just did not get back in transition. Ball doesn't lie, though. I think it was a clean strip by Caleb Mikesell, and the first free throw missed by Muse.
Second free throw on the way for Zach Muse. Makes that one 7-point lead for the Eagles.
1-3-1 look now from Heritage Christian. First we've seen this.
Changed it up, and that's the first time they put taking Winya off the top of that zone. Stoley, 3 on the way. They need something to fall at some point. They can't get the fall. Here comes Williams. Tyler Smith only has one foul. We're going to get a body foul on Tyler Smith. That's an easy call.
Right out front, the whole gym saw it. Tyler didn't agree with the call, but it's a good one. Didn't really get his hands on him, but really kind of displaced him with his hips.
Inside to Muse. Muse trying to take Harrison Rice off the dribble. Can't get it done. Find Williams. Into Gordon. They'll get back to Muse. Muse. Nice jab step there. Can't get to go. Here comes the Knights. Summers with the shot. Tyler Smith can't help him find Nate Reynolds. Inside. Caleb Mikesell. Nice shovel pass to Harrison Rice. Boy, they need a bucket there, and they got one. Harrison Rice. First bucket, first points of the second half.
Good poise by Mikesell to make that pass.
That is such a tough make. And Williams is going to go wired on. And Caleb Mikesell just stood there. And the foul goes on Mikesell. He picks up his third.
I talked earlier about this today. Northeastern really encouraging, and you're starting to see a little bit some frustration, mostly with the guys in the striped shirt. And more of that frustration is directed at themselves. I think they missed some open looks, and you're seeing that affect them on defense. That just cannot happen.
First one down for Andrew Williams. And the underlying problem here is that's the fifth foul for Northeastern. They're 2 fouls away from putting them in the bonus. We still have 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. We'd love to tell you that Heritage Christian's a really good free throw shooting team, but we have no idea. We're not going to win any awards for this broadcast, that's for sure. Second free throw. 6-point lead for the Eagles. Sorry, 7-point lead.
Still now 1-3-1.
Smith thought about the deep three. You got to feel like there's a spurt for Northeastern coming at some point.
Absolutely. This is a tested team.
Smith inside. Kicks it off. Reynolds needs something to fall. Can't get that one to fall. Caleb Mikesell outworks everybody else and gets to the line. That's what he does.
Hey, Caleb Mikesell can play on my team any day. I don't know, Tyler Smith, again, we talked about all day. Tyler Smith, the all-star. But Caleb Mikesell has done all those little things really well. Great poise, the last possession down to get the assist. They're just crashing the board aggressively, drawing a foul. He'll go to the line here for 2 shots.
You don't win a championship without a guy like Tyler Smith, but you also don't win a championship without guys like Caleb Mikesell.
Fantastic blue guy.
.504 to go.
Nate Reynolds is going to sit down now, and he's a volume shooter. Okay, not a great percentage shooter, but he's hit a lot of big threes. He's got to believe his fortunes are going to change, and as a shooter, you have to believe that. You have to believe you're going to step up, and the next one is going to go in.
2 free throws good for Caleb Mikesell. Hughes. 3-point on the way from Williams. Buries it. Andrew Williams with the 3. So 8 points. Heritage Christian
one of those games you're just watching, it feels really even. That lead just kind of keeps sneaking up a little bit.
Not enough stops for the Knights right now.
Great look.
Nice look in there. Freeman Brew finally gets one to go point blank range.
Fantastic one-hand bounce pass, wraparound bounce pass from Tyler Smith. And he is trying to get his teammates fired up. He wants to stop.
Bit of a 1-3-1 here a little bit as well. It's not really 1-3-1, but it's kind of morphed into one. Williams with another 3. Get that one to go.
Backside rebound. Need a better box out there out of Jalen Hillard.
3-pointer on the way, straight away. Can't get that to go, and we'll get a rebound from Caleb Mikesell.
And there's a great block out by Mikesell. And also Alex Reynolds on there, too.
Tyler Smith thought about the really deep threes. Hit one of those already. He hit that one from McDonald's here in Greenfield. Nice spin move to the lane. And he cramps it. Looks like he might cramp up. We get a foul on Winya. Picks up his 3rd.
He's going to rub those calves. Again, one of the great traditions of Indiana high school basketball in the old days, the Saturday night cramps in the regional state final round. You just don't see it. You only have to win these 2 games in one day here at the regional round, and he's down.
And he tried to, as soon as he flexed his calves to try that shot, it came up short, and he had to drop on it with cramps. And that is a developing situation right there. It's worth mentioning, I'm old enough to have gone to the old semi-state Hinkle Fieldhouse with Richmond. And Tyler Smith hobbling off. If you've ever had cramps before, then you know how that feels. Nate Reynolds will take the second free throw, and you can choose your guy.
Maybe it's the case where Nate Reynolds can get to the line, hit this free throw, maybe get going a little bit himself. He didn't have to make this play. Tyler Smith made the play. I was going to say that, I thought Northeastern did a really nice job that last possession of letting Smith move around against the zone and attack.
He makes that one, sees it go through the rim, and sometimes it's all you need.
Yeah.
It's a 5-point deficit for the Knights.
Northeastern, it's in now this 3 zone.
2-3 zone extended, and that's going to get picked up by Brew. Bad pass there.
They finally did that pass. Heritage Christians be able to make that little, make that skip pass and attack off that. Good take by Hillard. He doesn't get the basket, but Freeman follows, and he's going to go on.
Nice play there by Freeman Brew. He crashed those boards, and Jalen Hillard, that looked like a really good take to the rim right about the time he had to kind of double clutch it in the air. And he is not big enough to double clutch these.
He had a shot earlier today. In the second half of that game against Cloverdale, it kind of got going a similar kind of play. Let's see if this can have the same kind of effect.
And Freeman Brew, we're going to see what the discussion here is.
Well, I'm watching Freeman Brew, and just the way he's stretching all the time, I wonder if he's maybe starting to feel, his legs starting to feel a little bit.
First one's down for Brew. It's a 32-36 deficit, which felt really weird saying that score in reverse. We'll try that again, 36-32.
Thank you.
A 4-point deficit.
As someone with a journalism degree, that was always one of those pet peeves when people would, say the score in reverse order.
Second one good for Freeman Brew. The 3-point game.
Northeastern crowd coming to life. Again, that whole side of this gymnasium filled with green. They come to their feet right now.
Skip pass there. Williams kept it out like he was going to take that from the paw. Geiger inside, Gordon. Rebound. Fought for by Muse. He's going to get taken down. Nate Reynolds is going to foul him.
Scott, he thought about taking the shot, and he paused and decided not to.
As Brian did it on Twitter, you can find him. Fantastic. Well, any award we were up for just went away right there. That's it.
Tyler Smith set to check back in. Let's see what he can give the Knights.
Muse with a fadeaway jumper from the free throw line. Rocky Vicera listening from West Virginia tonight.
Oh.
Appreciate that.
Country roads.
There is a Tom Raper RV billboard. There used to be in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Both go down for Muse.
The ball was stuck in the net. They did not. Usually, you see when the net gets stuck, they're very quick to fix that. They didn't, and the ball actually stuck in the net. You don't see that all that often.
I've never been asked to fix that net before, as you might have guessed. Reynolds looking for help, finds Hillard. A no-help defense here by Geiger. Bennett Coster on Tyler Smith. He's going to go past him for the layup. Tyler Smith, he's got 16.
First points in the second half, I believe.
Yep. Timeout, Heritage Christian. They've got a 3-point lead, 2:15 to go in the third quarter. We'll come back with the rest of the third quarter and the very punny Brian Bennett. It's TC Basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
It's game time. The Sportsplex is now open. Get your teams together and come out for basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, golf, batting cages, wrestling, and much, much more. The Sportsplex also offers court rentals for your entire team to play a pickup game or to hold practices. Use our turf fields for multiple sports, including flag football, baseball fielding, and rugby. Sportsplex is open 7 days a week. Check out FamilyFitnessWorks.com for more information and current hours, or call 765-935-0111.
Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors for just $3.50. Only at your Richmond area Subway. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond, Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. And a sponsor of our post-game Sub of the Game. Back at Greenfield Central High School, it's 2:13 to go in this one. They're in the third quarter. And a nice trailer by 3. Muse. Looking for help, finds it. Extra pass, 3-pointer on the way. Air ball. Nate Reynolds with the rebound, and Northeastern a chance to tie or get within 1.
Man-to-man defense from Harris Christian now. Haven't seen a lot of this.
They're playing no help on Tyler Smith. They're going to give him the deep 3. Ah, boy, I thought that was down. Back of the iron. Here comes the Eagles.
Oh, that's a double dribble, right? Do you
I
not
believe
call it
so.
a dribble?
They don't call those. Here, instead it's going to be a nice play on the inside. Nice block there by Alex Reynolds on Muse. It's going to fall right to Joe Geiger with a 3. Unfortunate for Northeastern.
Really great defensive play by Alex Reynolds.
Freeman Brew with a 3. They can't get anything to go from the outside. Just ice cold from the outside. That is the first quarter. The trailer by 6. A minute to go in the third quarter. Got a foul on Gordon.
So this is the point I make a music reference, and I recommend everyone check out this band, a really good band called Dawes out of California, D-A-W-E-S. Dawes has a song, a really good song called Things Happen. And I love using that analogy in coaching because sometimes things just happen. On the other end, Alex Reynolds does everything perfectly, blocks that shot, makes a great hustle play. Things happen. The ball falls right into the shirt for Harris Christian.
It's one of those times if you're not poised, you might start to creep in your head that maybe this just is not meant to be. We're going to travel on Tyler Smith.
Good penetration through the defense, just shuffled him. Would have been a dunk.
Down 6 with under a minute to go now in the third quarter. Williams. Custer. It is worth mentioning that coming into this regional, Red Heritage Christian had the toughest strength of schedule coming in, and by a pretty decent margin.
They are clearly a tested team, showing a lot of poise right now. But things will tend to get ratcheted up in the fourth quarter. We'll see how it plays out.
Another foul on Nate Reynolds. I think that's his third or fourth. I just can't remember. That's his third. It reminds me a little bit of Bowman Academy, who would come into tournaments, or Park Tudor, who would come into tournaments, with a 15-7 record. But because they play the teams they play, they just roll through the tournament. Now, I'm not saying Heritage Christian's Park Tudor by any stretch of the imagination, but kind of the same thing as the first free throw for Geiger goes down.
Football is where you always see it. How many years does it seem like Cathedral is 4-5, and then they don't give up a point until the semi-state?
Both go down for Geiger. And all of a sudden it's back to an 8-point lead.
That match is the largest. Big possession here for Northeastern. Can get a basket here to close the quarter. Smith
elbow jumper for Smith. Can't get that to go. Body's tumbling. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Eagles now with a chance to make it 9. Make it double digits. All the way to the rim is Coster. Can't get to go, and that'll do it for the third quarter. An 8-point deficit for Northeastern. They've got some work to do to get to the semi-states. They trail it 43-35 with 8 minutes to go. It's TC Basketball on Radio Troy to the Sports.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive," and so now I am. Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive and I approve this message.
The Sports Game Changer is now in Richmond. This is Troy Darengowski. If you want sports coverage you can count on, look to RadioTroy.com. We'll have everything from the Red Devils to the Pacers and Colts, and don't forget IU and Purdue. Also check out our play-by-play coverage of high school and college athletics and the daily sports page. We are the Game Changer. Radio Troy Digital Sports and RadioTroy.com.
At Harrington Hoke Insurance, we spend every day working to make our community better, safer, and more enjoyable because our focus is on insurance, and that's it. We're on top of industry changes, and we're a one-stop shop for all of your insurance needs, whether it's business, personal, life, or health. That's why when it comes to protecting you and what's important to you, Harrington Hoke insures it. 962-9502 or harringtonhoke.com. Back at Greenfield Central, and it's the fourth quarter. And Northeastern trailing it by 8. They've got plenty of work to do, and they're going to go with a lob for the layup, and he couldn't get it to go, and here comes Heritage Christian.
Saw that play this morning to open the game. Didn't that time.
Nice play there by Alex Reynolds to get the steal. Up ahead to Tyler Smith. He'll get the bump there, and he couldn't get control. He had two guys underneath the rim if he just get his head up, and he couldn't get it under control. That'll happen when you're getting bumped.
Big thing to watch next in 36. You know, coming into this game or coming into today, Northeastern 151 of 498 3-point field goals. That's only about 30%. There's a nice out of bounds play for a basket. Only about 30%. But they take a lot of them. They hit them in volume. Not a great percentage. Can they get some of those threes to go to shift momentum here in the fourth quarter? They're going to have to get something going from the perimeter.
Somebody needs to get one to go down. I think probably a good candidate might be a guy like Jordan Stoller, who might be just young and dumb enough to not care about the moment. And I say that with great respect. He'll go to the line. You say that about the Fab Five at Michigan, just young and dumb enough to not care about the moment.
It's fair. It happens sometimes. It's just playing. You know, you haven't had years to kind of build for this moment, think about this moment. Sometimes it's just a game, and that can go one of two ways. But you're absolutely right. Sometimes that doesn't happen.
Tyler Smith is 11 of 12 in the fourth quarter this morning, and you got to feel like those cramps are bothering him as he can't get anything on his get over the rim. That's the second free throw that goes off the front iron. Extra pass here, three-pointer on the way. Good. Kyle Summers, he's got 10. And it's slipping away from the Knights. They're down 9. Timeout. Heritage Christian. Full timeout. We'll take one with him. It's a 9-point lead for Heritage Christian. Just under 7 minutes to go. There's TC Basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. I focused on you.
Back at Greenfield Central High School, 6:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. And the Knights trail it by 9, 46-37. And a big possession here for Northeastern as they need to make a run here to get back in this one. The 9 points feels like an eternity based on how poorly the Knights are shooting from the outside.
And here is Christian going back to that zone.
And a turnover Northeastern. Northeastern hasn't hit an outside shot since the first quarter. In fact, they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 field goals since the first quarter.
Yeah. And they had, 3 3-pointers kind of right off the bat. Tyler Smith with 2
4
deep
threes.
Ones. Yeah, Tyler Smith with 2 really deep ones to open the quarter. Going to try to get back into a defense, but Harris Christian just playing so poised.
Yeah, I have to give the hats off to Heritage Christian. Winya. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Tyler Smith will track down the rebound. 1-on-3, he's going to turn it over again.
Back-to-back turnovers for Smith. We have a man down for Heritage Christian.
And I think honestly, there's nothing. He took a knee in the thigh in a collision with Tyler Smith there, and that is going to be a little sore tomorrow morning. It's a lot sore right now, but it's going to be a little bit sore tomorrow morning. Into the game for Heritage Christian is Koster. And amazingly, I haven't yet said Costner.
Well, you're no rookie.
No, I am not.
He wasn't even in that movie. Never mind.
He was not in that movie.
That was Dennis Quaid.
That was
It's been a long day, Scott.
Yes, it has been a long day. Yeah.
At least I didn't say he was the natural.
No, that's a good point. Winya, inside. Nice shovel pass. Caleb Mikesell with the...
I had to foul there.
It's a foul. This will shovel pass there by Muse. And Joe Geiger will go to the free throw line.
Now, Corey Jackson, of course, the Heritage Christian head coach, did cut his teeth. His first head coaching job was in the Central Indiana Conference, coached at Elwood. And you know the Central Indiana Conference is the cradle of great basketball minds. You know, alums of, say, Central Indiana Conference schools, they're some of the smartest people you know when it comes to talking basketball.
My bet is you're from that conference?
Like I said, you're a smart man.
Already. Both free throws down. It's an 11-point Heritage Christian lead. Six minutes to go. Timeout Northeastern. They've got one left. We'll take a timeout as well. It's an 11-point deficit for the Knights. They need to do some work. They do it awfully fast. It's TC Basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Summit Computers in Richmond is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware, service, support, and design services. They also provide web hosting, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and much, much more. Summit Computers, the official provider of RadioTroy.com.
Back at Greenfield Central High School, and a big 6-minute period here as Northeastern season's on the line in this regional final. Winner goes to the Final Four. Jordan Stoley into the game.
That timeout, I watched Coach Ross talk to his team in the huddle. No strategy. That was simply hey, this is it, boys. What are we going to do? We have 6 minutes to make something happen here. How are we going down?
There's Rice inside. Tyler Smith takes the bump. No call. Probably deserved a call.
A lot of contact there. It's got to be something. Probably before that, but definitely enough contact to warrant a foul.
Inside. Came up short on the layup. But again, there's the loose ball going to a white jersey. Kyle Summers. Back to Coster. And we'll get a foul on Tyler Smith. Now, to be honest with you, and I'm not usually one to really complain too much about officiating. I don't. It's not in this position. Previous positions, perhaps. But he took an awful lot of contact down here without a call compared to that contact there. Third foul on Tyler Smith.
I will not disagree.
First free throw for Coster. He becomes the 7th Eagle to score in this game.
Can't say as a coach, can't say can't say enough how impressed the Heritage Christian. Balanced scoring, they mix up defenses, play all them well, communicate well, limit turnovers, don't give up a ton of second shots. It's hard to beat teams that level when those things happen.
And right now they're leading by 13. And if Northeast is going to book themselves a trip to the semi-state, Seymour or Richmond, they're going to do something really special now. Spin move here. Nate Mills needs to have that. And he got it. He's got 5 here in quarter. Boy, they need that. They're down 10.
Oh.
Boy, I'm not sure I like that call at all.
I thought there was some contact in the backcourt. I thought Nate Reynolds did a great job of really kind of showing his hands and you know, not making a lot of contacts. And I felt like the ball handler in that case, Summers just kind of kept going at him, and ultimately lost his balance. I thought Reynolds did a nice job of keeping his hands off.
4th foul on Nate Reynolds. Double bonus the rest of the way for the Eagles.
And, you know, unfortunately, he just finally gets a shot to go down. We talked about that. We need a shooter. You know, that Brent Ross saying, you know, hey, we need a shooter to come alive. Reynolds hits that corner 3, kind of gets going a little bit there. Now he's gonna stay in the game actually right now. They're taking out Hillard. But a concern now with 4 fouls.
He's got 4 fouls, and if they're going to get back into this, you got to figure he's going to be a big part of it. 12-point deficit now for the Knights, and they're going to have to get some stops. They can't trade 3 for 2 going rest of the way. Inside, Harrison Rice comes up short against the foul. Fourth foul on Hayden Winya, which seemed like a bigger deal, but I got to be honest with you, despite him being a 6'7" senior, I'm much more impressed with their guard play. That trifecta of Gordon, Williams, Summer, also Geiger, Coster, they have handled the pressure well, hit big shots, and Rice missed the first end, front of the 1-and-1. Second one to go down for Rice. His 3rd point. And lots of stops for Northeastern. They've given up 52 points already to a team only scoring 54 a game. Trap here. Nice trap here by the Knights. And that's out of bounds. That's out of bounds. That's Northeastern ball. The official was in a bad spot there. The official on the baseline right there, he was too far up the line, and that ball was dribbled off the baseline before he even got there and made the call. Nevertheless, he got it right eventually.
Fortunately for Northeastern, yeah, it worked out.
Smith. Extra pass. Reynolds for a 3. Love to have it. They got it.
He's waited. He's hit back-to-back 3s.
It's an 8-point lead. They need stops.
Can Northeastern get another stop, though?
They need a series of them, honestly. Without fouling, that would help out a lot. And they foul. Patterson fouls him. I'm not entirely sure what he's complaining about. That seemed to be a very obvious call to me. That's his 4th. And it feels like deja vu all over again.
Both leading scorers for the Knights now with 4 fouls apiece.
Happened this morning, happened last year. First free throw for Kyle Summers goes down.
I'm going to tell you something else. Heritage Christian does very, very well. We don't have stats on it, obviously, but they shoot free throws really well.
I've got him as 2, 4, 6, 7 of 7 here in the 4th quarter. Make it 8 for 8. They have a 10-point lead with 4 minutes left. Reynolds. And he's on the line. And apparently, it's down to the point now where every whistle is a complaint from somebody. I'm not sure why anybody would ever want to be an official. Mike Stoll trigger the inbounds. Reynolds from the deep corner.
Oh, no.
Can't get to go. Break. That's a break. And Caleb Meixel with just a hustle play. There's one guy in green's not ready for that season to be. That's Caleb Meixel. Might have got away with a foul. And you can see in the foreground all of the Heritage Christian fans not terribly happy. A timeout on the floor. Full timeout. Lots of boos. We'll come back. Take out what everybody's complaining about. 10-point lead for Heritage Christian, 3:46 to go. It's TC Basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank, a bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas, home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back at Greenfield Central High School, score update. We're witnessing kind of maybe the end of the Northeastern dream. They're down 10 with 3:46 to go. And I think we already witnessed the end of the Connorsville dream. They trail it by almost 20, 38-19 with 4:37 to go in that game. They scored 19 points to a very good Ben Davis team. And Ben Davis is looks to be headed to the Final Four. Jordan Stoley from deep. They ran out of the timeout, and he buries it. Might be just young and dumb enough.
Yeah, you said that, and there was a case right there. No hesitation whatsoever to take that huge shot. But defensively, a mistake on the other end.
Bucket and the foul for Zach Muse. Foul is on Harrison Rice. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And he made it. He's got 12. It's a 10-point lead again. So right when you get to 3 points from Stoley, you give up 3 more from Muse. Hillard all the way. No shot. He's going to get it on the floor. He'll go to the line for a 1-and-1. Freeman Brew will come into the game. Still plenty of time. It's certainly not over by any stretch of the imagination, but an awfully tall order for the Knights, down 10 in just a little over 3 minutes.
You talk about the spurt ability of Northeastern. The problem is on the other end, Harris Christian not turning it over, and they're getting to the line, and they are making free throws.
Ben Davis now up 23 with 1:21 to go, so that ends that. Second loss on the season for Connorsville, into a fantastic career by Grant Smith.
Also, we kind of mentioned this team earlier, New Albany, defending 4A champion, on the ropes, down 10 points with under a minute to go.
Playing Castle. There was no slaps, by the way.
Absolutely not.
That's not a great upset, by the way. That's an upset, but not a great one.
In fact, esteemed Northeastern graduate Jerry Hill just informed me that's now a final. So no Romeo next week in the Tiernan Center.
Maybe a jump ball there as Jalen Hillard missed the front end. Still trail it by 10. And seconds are precious. They do have the possession arrow now at the point. What they need to do is not give up easy buckets, and they don't there. But again, the loose ball goes right to the white jersey and out of bounds off Northeastern. All the loose balls have gone the way of Heritage Christian here tonight.
That's just luck, too, and that's literally the bounce of a ball. Both teams playing hard. You know, a lot of times you kind of make your breaks. That's a case where I thought both teams, I mean, they're giving everything here in the last 3 minutes of a regional final, as you'd expect. Just a funny bounce went right to Harris Christian.
Williams in the backcourt. Bounce pass into Muse. Inside. Can't get that to go, and another bounce that goes right to the white jersey. Green jersey there for the rebound. And then for the foul on Jordan Stoley. Ben Gordon at the line. First missed free throw of the half. Second missed free throw of the half for Heritage Christian. if I have my math right. I should be wrong statistics. Second free throw on the way for Ben Gordon. Missed them both.
You have to capitalize right here.
But deep three for Tyler Smith. No good. It feels a little bit like this morning when Cooper Neese was just taking bomb threes, try to get their team back into it. Spin move. Stoley. Tyler Smith, another deep three. That'll be a blocking foul. I actually kind of thought. Another cramp for Tyler Smith. You can actually see his muscles cramp from here.
I was just about to say that, there is a 10-point shot. We talked about that rock and jock joke earlier. There really is no 10-point shot. Attack the rim. Tyler Smith there drew a foul. Now, unfortunately, he's cramped up, and Reynolds will come in the game to shoot the free throws for Northeastern.
And actually, you can. It's kind of a little grotesque. You can see his calf muscles cramped. Like, you can see them from here. And he's being carried off the floor there by Alex Reynolds and Brent Ross. One thing you'll never say about Tyler Smith, and there's a lot said about Tyler Smith, both in criticism and in praise, but one thing you can't take away from him is that kid plays hard. He gives everything, every single minute.
Oh, without question. Without question.
I've never seen him take a possession off. And I've covered a lot of Northeastern games in my time here at Radio Troy. Free throw on the way for Nate Reynolds is good. Reynolds now 3-6. He's got 9 in the quarter. They're down 9. Now they're down 8. Still only 3 possessions. But they need stops. And I would foul Ben Gordon if I get him to have the ball. Muse. Might have been a travel. I'm not sure why was it. Winya with the alley-oop. He's got 11. It's back out to a 10-point lead. 3-pointer by Caleb Mikesell. Off the front nine, rebound comes to Heritage Christian.
That's
under 2 minutes to go.
They don't get the foul on Gordon.
And Winya. All over the rim. Left-handed. Good. He's got 13. And that's going to take a whole lot here for the Knights. 3-pointer on the way from Nate Reynolds. Front iron, rebound. For Alex Reynolds, going to be a foul on Freeman Brew, and the fans heading for the exits.
1:26 to go. Great foul shooting team at the other end. Tyler Smith on the end of the bench. Clearly distressed.
And you can see in the background lots of, and we've been in this position too, and it doesn't matter when you lose in the tournament.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what kind of season you've had.
Yep.
I've coached teams that have won 2 games in the year, and we were 30-point underdogs in the team we played, and it's still heartbreaking when the season ends. But when you have high hopes like this team has, it's even worse.
When we talked about it today coming in, really feeling like the winner of this regional maybe was going to be tabbed the favorite moving forward. And, Northeastern, you beat a Division I recruit this morning, an Indian All-Star. Not that they relaxed. They didn't relax. I mean, this is not a case of that, but maybe it's kind of fans, it's media, et cetera. You start to think, okay, well, they'll bounce back tonight and should be able to win. It just shows you how tough it is to win at this level.
Down 14 now, and that is shooting threes, trying to get back into this. And you were counting, you got to foul Ben Gordon. You didn't. Minute 12, and they're not fouling. Just let this one run out. Down 14, and the crowd for Heritage Christian comes alive, as well they should. An outstanding game played by the Eagles. Balanced scoring, poise, and I would argue they're the better team today.
Certainly the better team tonight, without question.
And I would argue the favorites for this region were Northeastern and Shenandoah, and they beat them both.
Yeah.
Turnover here, and here comes Northeastern. Caleb Mikes will try to take a 3 here. He's going to come up front iron. Freeman Brew. They'll get the foul and go to the line with 33 seconds to go, down 14. Well, I got to tell you, as somebody who's covered a lot of Northeastern games, it's been a real privilege to watch this team kind of go over the last 2 years and make the runs they have. And it reminds a little bit of the Tyler Cook Winchester teams that got to the state championship back-to-back years and losing overtime, where you're just that close to getting where you wanted to go. And Northeastern had aspirations of the state championship. They certainly were not happy about losing here in the regional for the second straight year. And the ever-present goodbye song coming from the Heritage Christian fans. Second one missed. There's playing out the clock now. Get a foul here.
Tyler Smith actually came back in the game. Sort of, maybe one of those cases, even if I'm in pain, I'm a warrior. I want to go down with my guys. I want to be on the floor at the end.
Fifth foul on Caleb Meister ends a fantastic career. And it gets a well-deserved standing ovation.
And a lot of ovations on the way. Brent Ross just cleared the bench. Now, you're putting in guys who played a lot, but kind of saying goodbye. And we see Tyler Smith waving to the crowd. We see a lot of hugs and handshakes from a really good group of players who've had a wonderful run.
Nate Reynolds getting emotional already. And you find me anybody who spent any time in high school basketball who has never been emotional at the end of a season ever, and I'll find somebody who has no soul. And so the Knights will end the season with a record of 22-6. Heritage Christian will move on to the semi-state. Maybe even playing at Richmond.
Could potentially play at Tiernan. It'll either be at Lloyd Scott Gymnasium in Seymour or the Tiernan Center in Richmond, Indiana next Saturday afternoon, evening.
Both go down for Wynya. And the end result here is going to be what's going to appear to be a blowout, and it's not that. It's going to end up looking like a 15, probably close to 20-point game. Kaylor Fisher gets in the game for the Knights, his first action, as does Blake Hancock. And no fouls coming here. They're going to run out the clock. Ten seconds to go, and the dream is over for the Knights. 2 seconds, one. That'll do it. Final score here from Greenfield Central. The Knights bow out 65-50. They lose by 15. We'll take a break, come back to the postgame show. And our final goodbyes is TEC Basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, Richmond Power & Light is advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. For more information on Richmond Power & Light, go to their website at rp-l.com. Richmond Power & Light. Together, we make powerful partners.
Your regional champion, Heritage Christian Eagles.
Back at Greenfield Center, you can hear in the background the public address announcer announcing what nobody listening to our broadcast wanted to hear, probably. As Heritage Christian, the regional champions, they beat Northeastern tonight, 65-50, in a game that, well, didn't go exactly as planned, I don't think, at least not the narrative we kind of all thought going into this. Give you some final stats here. Heritage Christian puts 3 players in double digits, led by Hayden Winya with 15. Kyle Summers had 14. Zach Muse with 12. Joe Geiger had 9. Andrew Williams with 8. Ben Gordon with 6. And Bennett Coster with 2. Everybody that played scored except Frankie Young for Heritage Christian. For Northeastern, Tyler Smith with 16. Did not score in the fourth quarter. Cramping issues, foul trouble, and, well, quite frankly, my guess is just didn't have the legs late. Nate Reynolds had 10. Caleb Mikesell with 4. Freeman Brew with 4. Jalen Hillard with 3. Jordan Stoley with 3. Alex Reynolds with 2 for your final score. Connersville gets beat rather handily by Ben Davis. So the Whitewater Valley bows out of the Indiana tournament. Seton lost this morning in their regional semifinal game to Liberty Christian. Northeastern and Connersville go out in the regional finals. And that's about all the news you need there. New Albany goes out. Other big news from around the area. But your thoughts, Brian, on, well, this game right here. I mean, there's lots of places to go with this.
I think we'll start with Heritage Christian. We'll probably move to Northeastern to kind of put a wrap up on things. But starting with Heritage Christian, maybe the team that, I mean, we joked about not having stats and things like that on the internet, but maybe the team that statewide people knew the least about coming into this regional. And it just goes to show what can happen when you have a solid game plan, when you have a lot of balance, when you play good, smart basketball. And they did that 2 games today. Beat a very well-coached, very hot Shenandoah team this afternoon. And I think, again, probably beat the team that was the odds-on favorite to win the state championship coming into this weekend tonight. Played a fantastic second half, really breaking open a close game, doing a number on Tyler Smith. We talked about how good Tyler Smith was in the fourth quarter. Cramps were an issue, certainly, but still 2 points in the second half. All the credit in the world to Coach Jackson and his crew. And watching him as kind of watching Heritage Christian as the buzzer sounded, you could almost sort of see them. They're in a little bit of shock, I think. Sort of like, hey, this dream keeps going, this ride keeps going. But when you don't turn ball over, when you make free throws, when you don't give up second shots, when you do all those little things well, big things happen.
It's worth mentioning, I said that before about Heritage Christian. I was fortunate enough to coach a Seton Catholic team who was, they were really bad. When I first got there, they were really bad. Any of my guys who were listening, they'd probably go, yeah, we were. But when you finally kind of break through and become that team, remember last year they were 4-18.
Yeah.
They were 4-18, and if you told that team at the end of that year, with a blowout loss to Cecina in the sectional, that team's going to win a regional and go to semi-state, they'd have said, well, you're crazy. And that's the kind of, and you can see that kind of, you talk about disbelief. It's not so much I don't believe we can do it, it's I can't believe we did it, if that makes any sense. I know that's a fine line to toe there. For Northeastern, I don't think they have anything to hang their heads on. Certainly not, I would certainly not say the word underachieved. Certainly they're the highest ranked team remaining in the tournament. They were the highest ranked this, that, or the other. And that's fine. Your expectations are where they're at. But that's a really good Heritage Christian team they lost to. And generally speaking, when you look at high school basketball, all you got to do is look at strength of schedule, and you can find out who the better team is. If the records are roughly close, look at the strength of schedule. Heritage Christian played a tougher schedule than anybody in this regional. They were the only unranked team in this regional coming into this, and they walk away with the trophy.
Yeah, like we said earlier, you don't get to this level. You don't get to this Elite 8 level. You really don't get to, sometimes you'll have a kind of under 500 team, get a lucky draw, win a sectional. But really you don't see teams at this level in the regional championship game. Everyone here is solid because even if they didn't have the greatest of regular seasons, you're playing with a ton of confidence and you've put together some sort of win streak. And that's what Northeast ran into. They ran into a really well-coached, solid, fundamental team.
Well, the Subway sub of the game, we've got to make a choice on the Subway sub of the game. Please make sure, I got to pay the bills. Forgot about to pay the bills. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors for just $3.50. Only at your Richmond area Subway. Monday is sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, oven roasted chicken. Wednesday, turkey breast. Thursday, Italian BMT. Friday, tuna. Saturday, black forest ham. Sunday, meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. And, not a great list of candidates here for Subway sub of the game. Caleb Mikesell started.
I got mine. You ready?
You got it.
All right. Since not only because I messed up his name, but Alex Reynolds. But not just because I messed up his name. One of my many mistakes on the day. But I thought Alex Reynolds really played well defensively. Played hard. I think only ended up with 2 points. 2 points. But I thought defensively did a nice job when he was in the game.
4.
He had 4. Okay.
Yeah, I had 4.
Yeah. So I thought he did a nice job off the bench. Gave something defensively. So I'd probably go with Alex Reynolds.
That's who I would have chosen as well. And the player of the game. Really, honestly, what I'd like to do is give the player of the game to a scientific atrocity mishmash of the first half Tyler Smith, second half Nate Reynolds. Can we do that?
You are in charge here.
Oh, it's not sponsored, so I can do whatever I want. How about this? Let's give player of the game to Tyler Smith, Caleb Mikesell, Nate Reynolds, and Harrison Rice, the 4 seniors. Let's do
absolutely.
That because it was easy to think that they were going to have a drop-off this year. They lost a lot from last year in terms of experience, scoring, depth. Nate Reynolds was a stand in the corner shoot guy last year. Caleb Mikesell was getting a couple of minutes a game. Harrison Rice. Now they got to come in and play big minutes. Those 2 guys specifically. Nate Reynolds got to be the number 2 guy. And they for the most part all season long they did a fine job of it. Just tonight, the shots didn't go down. I would say probably that was their principal downfall tonight. Is just they went on an awfully long cold streak from the field. We went for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 field goals in the second, third quarter combined. And you just don't win big games against good teams with 5 field goals in 16 minutes. You just don't.
Absolutely. But again, as we've said, nothing to hang your head about if you're a Northeastern player, coach, fan, whatever. It's been a fantastic season, a great run, a run through the TEC, through the Wayne County tournament, through the sectional. They've really been on a roll, and they played a heck of a basketball game this afternoon. Really played a heck of a basketball game to come away with the win against Cloverdale. Had a great game plan. And just, shots didn't go down, legs weren't quite there, but they'll bounce back. It's proven to be a resilient bunch. I think you'll see Coach Ross and his staff. They'll have Northeastern ready to play again next year.
Well, the cupboard's certainly not bare for the Knights next year. Now, certainly when you lose Tyler Smith,
right,
then the cupboard's emptier.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
There's a lot of groceries.
There's a lot of groceries
going down to Florida. Yeah.
But, Jalen Hillard, sophomore, has played, made some big shots here in this regional. They certainly... nobody's returning a whole lot in this area, so the sectional's probably still available next year. Yeah. They can make a return trip to the regional, and that's, obviously with all due respect to all the rest of the teams in their sectional, certainly available as an option. They're certainly not going to return. So, going to bring back Jalen Hillard as the point guard. You got to figure guys like Alex Reynolds will play a bigger role next year. George Stoley is a sophomore, the year under his belt, can be a scoring type guy. There's another Mikesell coming. Freeman Brew's only a junior. He'll come back for another year. He'll be maybe the focal point of their offense with a whole offseason to work on his stuff. So we're going to take another quick break. Every once in a while in situations like this, Coach Ross and they'll send somebody out there to come talk to us because, unlike other radio stations here, we've been here since the beginning. So hopefully we'll maybe get somebody to talk to here real quick, but we are certainly most understanding if we don't. So we'll maybe take a break, maybe buy him some time, maybe see if we get somebody sent up here. Otherwise, we'll come back with our final goodbyes. It's CEC Basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
The last time I was in for service at Best One, I let Roger know my brakes were squeaking. So they checked them out, and Roger told me it was just a little moisture. Not to worry. Everything was fine. Well, that was just the reassurance I needed. I trust the team at Best One, just like I trust my own dad.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark. At Best One Tire and Service, we only fix what needs to be fixed. When your car or truck leaves our shop, the service you request will be done right. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. IU, focused on you.
Summit Computers in Richmond is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware, service, support, and design services. They also provide web hosting, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and much, much more. Summit Computers, the official provider of RadioTroy.com.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank, a bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, Richmond Power and Light is advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. For more information on Richmond Power and Light, go to their website at rp-l.com. Richmond Power and Light. Together, we make powerful partners.
There's only one place to go on the web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelotto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. It's easy, it's convenient. Wetzelotto.com. It's clicking awesome.
The last time I was in for service at Best One, I let Roger know my brakes were squeaking. So they checked them out, and Roger told me it was just a little moisture. Not to worry, everything was fine. Well, that was just the reassurance I needed. I trust the team at Best One, just like I trust my own dad.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark. At Best One Tire and Service, we only fix what needs to be fixed. When your car or truck leaves our shop, the service you request will be done right. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
When it comes to coverage of high school, college, and professional sports in Richmond and Wayne County, Radio Troy Digital Sports is a game changer. Hi, this is Troy Darengowski. We are now your one-stop website for the best sports coverage in the area. From the Red Devils to the Colts and the Hoosiers, we have you covered. Check out the daily sports page, player and coach interviews, play-by-play of high school and college athletics, and much, much more. Check it out every day on RadioTroy.com.
Maybe you haven't heard. There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers. You know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. It's not just about the quality work, it's also about customer service. It's about attention to details and making absolutely sure you are 100% satisfied. If that's the kind of experience you want in your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Give them a call at 966-0994.
Back at Greenfield Central, as we try to effort to get somebody on the air, probably assistant coach Donnie Beatty, we tried to stall as long as we could to get that final score here at the Greenfield Central Regional. Heritage Christian 65, Northeastern 50, and we'll talk slow. Final thoughts from Brian Bennett.
Again, final thoughts. I just think it was a great day of basketball. I mean, I'm so impressed with Heritage Christian, the way that they played. Also, just really feeling for the Northeastern folks. I mean, they had a great year, great run. Just couldn't quite get the job done tonight. Just didn't happen for them in the second half. But nothing, again, as I said before, nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to hang your heads about. It's been a fantastic run for the Knights the last really few years. And certainly not done either. You talked about the way they've reloaded, so would not shock me at all to see Northeastern back here again next season.
And I can tell you the locker room is not a fun place to be after that. I was an assistant coach for the Dominic James years at Richmond, and we lost that sectional final after going so many years with that sectional win to Muncie Central. And there's no consoling a locker room like that when you're that close and know that it's going to be a while before you get another crack at it, at least a calendar year. That's a tough wait. So I think that's going to do it for us. We are still looking for somebody to maybe talk to here, and there's just nobody available. So we will sign off for the final time. That is it for my season. I do TEC basketball and football. So this is my final game for the year, so I'll be kind of off for this foreseeable future. Let my voice get a break.
It sneaks up on you, though. It will be high school football season before you know it, Scott.
High school football season before you know it, and we'll look forward to that on Radio Troy. And couldn't be happier about covering the TEC. Do want to thank Northeastern. They have been really good to me. I've coached against both Brent Ross and Don Beatty, with a whole lot of losses. That's worth mentioning. But they've been really good to us, provide us camera guys, and when we even have somebody run our camera, help us out with, good seating and things like that. So I want to thank them. Also thank all the rest of the schools in TEC for hosting us. Lincoln does a great job with us. Hagerstown does a great job with us. Centerville does a good job with us. So, we appreciate them kind of allowing us to come in and film the game and put it on the internet for the whole world to see, basically. So I also want to thank Brian for sitting in. Casey helped us out last week with the Connersville game. Brian Ray sat in with me. I've had Joel Hoffman sitting with me at various stages. J.C. Price has sat with me at various stages over the past couple of years. So thanks to all of those for making me sound like I know what I'm doing.
Well, I'd like to thank you, Scott. It's always fun, as I said to you before. I mean, I grew up, loving high school basketball, and this is just to me, nothing beats coaching in these environments. I had the great fortune of doing that a couple of years ago. To be honest with you, hopefully I'm never sitting beside you again. But maybe you're. I'll tell you what, Scott. If you're covering one of my games, I'll make sure I make my way up and give you a little post-game interview afterwards. It's been a lot of fun. But again, hopefully we're not sitting next to her too much more. But I really appreciate the opportunity. I've had a great time today working with you.
Well, that'll do it for us for the final time. It's TC Basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports, 65-50 final score. Heritage Christian wins the regional. Thanks for tuning in. Good night, Bangladesh.